Hello everyone, welcome back. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, and I'm so excited to finally share the full 2026 Sterling Ink Planner collection with you. This is our biggest launch ever with new layouts and new formats we've never done before. Whether you've been using the Common Planner for years or you are completely new to our system, there's something here for you. In this video, I'll walk you through what's returning, what's new, and how these planners were designed to support the way you plan, not just how things look on the outside, but also how they actually feel to use every day. And if you're planning to order, be sure to stick around. I'll share everything you need to know about the launch date, shipping timeline, and how to make sure you don't miss out. So let's take a closer look. So let's talk a little bit about what's at the heart of everything we do here at Sterling Ink. When I first created the Common Planner back in 2022, I wanted an all-in-one solution, something that could hold both structured planning and open-ended journaling in one beautiful cohesive book. We chose Tomoe River paper for its incredible thinness and performance. It handles fountain pen and watercolor beautifully with minimal ghosting or bleed through. That means you get the freedom to express yourself fully while still keeping everything compact and easy to carry. We'll be sharing more about the different paper we use, including side-by-side comparison in an upcoming video. But for now, you can check out a quick ink test in the short video linked below. At the core of it, our mission has always been to remove limitations, to let you choose the size, layout, planning system that truly fits you, instead of forcing you into a format that only halfway works. That's the philosophy behind everything we've created since. Now let's walk through the returning sizes for 2026, and there's a lot to get excited about. We're bringing back all the favorites, but with more layout flexibility than ever before. So if you've been waiting for Pocket Vertical Full Year, Pocket Vertical Compact, or even Pocket Horizontal Compact, those are officially here. Same goes for new horizontal compact layouts for A6, B6, and A5. We heard you and we made it happen. Each size is available in a variety of layouts with carefully considered spacing and grid system that support both structure and creativity. Each planner is built with its own dimensions, grid sizing, and column width, so you'll never feel like you're sacrificing usability for portability. All right, so let's first start with the B5 size. So the first one here is a full year Onyx in the horizontal layout. This is the caramel in the vertical layout, also full year. And we also have the compact sizes with less nose pages in the back, 120 pages. And this is the vertical option, and this is the horizontal layout in the mist color. And just to go over a bit about the specs for this planner, for B5, our grid size is 3.9 by 3.9 millimeter. And there are going to be 44 grids across and 63 grids vertically. And the column width for the vertical option will be 43 millimeters width, and that converts to 1.7 inches across. So this is going to be identical for the weekly and the monthly boxes. So these are the same dimensions. So now let's move on to the A5 size. In the A5 size, we also have the vertical and horizontal options, both in full year and compact. The compact, again, just has less notes pages in the back. And let's go through the color options for the vertical full year. We have mist blue. We have the caramel, tweed, forest, mulberry, and this year we're introducing two new colors for this SKU. So it's going to be the Onyx and the Fairy Floss. So in total we have 7 different colors for the vertical full year. And as usual, we have the horizontal full year option for A5 as well. The color options are mulberry, Onyx, and this year we're introducing 2 new colors for the SKU, and that's going to be tweed, which has been so popular, and caramel as well. And the layout will be horizontal, like I mentioned, just like this. And this year we're actually introducing horizontal compacts for A5 size, and these are going to be the 2 color options: the Fairy Floss, which is a really pretty pink, and the Mist. And this is going to have less nose pages in the back. And for the vertical compact option, we have the Forest color and Linen. In the A5 size, we have also the half year option, which is broken up into the first part of the year and the second part of the year. And the color option is going to be Onyx for this. For A5, the grid size will be 3.7 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters, and there will be 36 grids across and 50 grids vertically. And the column width for this will be 33 millimeters across for each column, and that converts to 1.3 inches. And that's going to be the same for the monthly boxes as well. Next up is M1 size, which is equivalent to the Traveler's Company standard size. So the first item you see here is the vertical option in the full year, and this is the caramel color. And for the horizontal full year, we have the mulberry and the onyx option. And for the compact versions, we have the vertical in forest and linen color. And for the horizontal options, we have the tweed and mist options. And let's go over the grid size for M1. The grid size for M1 is going to be 3.6 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters. There are going to be 28 grids across and 51 grids vertically. And the column width for the vertical layout is going to be 25 millimeters, and that converts to 1 inch, and it's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. Next up is the B6 size, and this is going to be the vertical full year option, but we also have the compacts and the horizontal coming up, so I'll show you those in a second. The first one is the mulberry color, super pretty. We have the tweed option, and we have the forest here, caramel, and by the way, these come in both white and gold edge. This is the mist in the full year, and this year we're actually going to be introducing 2 new colors for the SKU, and that's going to be the onyx and fairy floss here. So these 2 are brand new for this year. For the compact versions of the vertical, we have the forest color and also the linen option, and the inside is going to be exactly the same as the full year, just has less nose pages. So in the B6, we also have the horizontal full year option. This is the onyx color. We have the mulberry, and this year we're going to be introducing 2 new colors, which is going to be caramel and tweed. And as usual, these come in both white and gold edging, and these are the horizontal layout, which looks like this. And I'm so excited to show you that for B6, we're going to be offering horizontal compact as well. So this is the mist color and fairy floss. So you have these 2 options for the horizontal compact. And you can't forget about the half year bundle. So this is going to be the B6 half year bundle. Everything is the same compared to the full year, but it's just split into 2 different parts, and the color is going to be onyx. Let's go over the grid size for B6, and this applies to all the B6 planners that I'm going to be showing you right now, regardless of the horizontal and vertical option. So the grid size is going to be the same as A5, which is 3.7 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters, and the grids are going to be 32 across and 44 vertically. And for the vertical layout, the width of the column is going to be 29.5 millimeters, and that's going to be 1.2 inches in width, and it's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. So that was the vertical full year that I just showed you. Okay, next up is B6 Slim. We have the vertical and horizontal full year, as well as the compact options for both horizontal and vertical. So the first step is horizontal full year. So you can see this is a thicker version in onyx. This is going to be the vertical full year in caramel color, mist, and this is the horizontal option in compact, and this is the forest in the vertical compact version. Now let's go over the grid size for this size. The grid for B6 Slim is going to be 3.6 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters. And the grid count is going to be 28 across and 44 vertically. So the B6 Slim vertical columns are going to be 25 millimeters in the width, and that converts to 1 inch, and that's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. Now let's talk about the N2 size. So as usual, we offer this in vertical and horizontal layouts in both full year and compact versions. And the first one you see here is a vertical option in the caramel color in the full year. And it also comes in compact version as well. This is also vertical. And then now we have the horizontal layout, which is going to be in the full year. And here you have 2 color options, the Onyx and Mulberry. And in the compact version, we have 3 color options. So Tweed, Fairy Floss, and Mist up top. And now let's talk about the grid size for this option. The grid for N2 is going to be 3.6 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters. And the grid count is going to be 24 across and 45 vertically. And for the vertical option, the width is going to be 21 millimeters. And that converts to 0.8 inches. And that's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. Now let's go down to A6 size. In the A6, we also have the vertical and horizontal option, and they're offered in the full year and also compact as well. The first one you see is the vertical option in the full year in caramel. And then we have that in the compact version, which is in the forest color. And we also have the horizontal option in the full year like this in the Onyx color. And this is the horizontal compact, which is brand new this year for A6 size, and that's offered in mist color. And now let's talk about the grid size for A6. The grid size is going to be 3.9 by 3.9 millimeters, and there are 24 grids across and 35 grids vertically. The column width is going to be 24 millimeters, and which converts to 0.9 inches, and that's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. So now let's talk about the pocket size. Last year, we only introduced one layout and one option for pocket. This year, we're actually going to have the full lineup of the horizontal and vertical layout in both the full year and compact versions. So the first one you see is the Onyx horizontal full year, like this. Then we have the vertical full year in the caramel color. We have the vertical compact in forest. And then we have the horizontal compact in the mist color. These are so cute. So now let's talk about the grid size for this pocket. The grid size for pocket is going to be 4 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters. And there are going to be 20 grids across and 33 grids vertically. For the vertical option, the column width is going to be 20 millimeters, and that converts to 0.8 inches. And that's going to be the same for the monthly box as well. Now we're finally at the smallest size that we offer, which is the passport, small but mighty. So we have both the vertical and horizontal options as well, but we only offer the compact version, which just has less notes pages, and that makes these super compact and portable, and you can put them in your pockets even. So for this one, we have the vertical option in the forest and linen color. And then for the horizontal option, we have tweed, mist, and mulberry. And these come in both gold and white edges. And that applies to all of the sizes and SKUs that I've shown you so far. Now let's talk about the grid size for passport. The grid size is going to be 4 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters. and there are going to be 20 grids across and 29 grids vertically. The column width is going to be 20 millimeters, and that converts to 0.8 inches, and that's the same for the monthly boxes. So now I'm going to walk you through what our typical common planner setup is really quickly. As I mentioned before, we have the vertical option as well as the horizontal option for all of our 10 sizes that we offer. So let's go over the vertical first. And the only difference between these two is the weekly layout. So let me go over the vertical first, and I'll just show you the horizontal layout when we get to the weeklies. So when we first open it, of course, you have the year indicating which year you're in, and it opens up to a 2026 yearly calendar. Then we have 2 blank pages of just grid pages, and you can use these as index or inspiration for the year, vision board. Now we have the goal breakdown, everyone's favorite, and this is broken up into 6 areas of your life you want to set goals for. And then we have someday goal, 1 year goal, half year, and then on the right hand side it will just break it down into specific actionable items you can do for quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. And this just helps you to break down your big goal so that it's more achievable and you can take action. Then we're followed by 2026 yearly tracker. So this is what it looks like. It covers the entire year, of course, and you can use these for year at a glance. You can write down highlights, milestones, or do habit tracking here. And we open up to the quarterly section. On the left-hand side, you can write down notes on the left-hand side for each month. And on the right-hand side, you can use this as a tracker, or you can write down 1 line a day, or however you want to use this. So of course we have 4 different spreads for 4 different quarters for the year. Then we have the monthly section starting from December of 2025, and the monthly will go all the way through to January of 2027. So that is 14 months of monthly spreads. Now we get to the weekly section. Like I mentioned, this is the vertical version, and of course we offer the horizontal version. So I'm going to open up the horizontal weekly to show you. This is our horizontal layout with the horizontal week on the left, and on the right hand side is just 1 blank page. And on the left hand side we have the vertical layout, which shows you a column for each day with a section for notes if you want to. The timeline has been concealed within the line so that it takes up less space, and you can either use it or you can choose to ignore it and write over it. They're designed to be minimal and subtle, so you can customize the page however you want to. So that is the vertical, and this is the horizontal layout. And because this is the full year option, we have 368 pages of just blank and delicious pages in the back. This is basically a big notebook in the back, and it's attached to the planner. And this makes the planner super flexible, and you can make this anything you want to. You can take notes, you can make it a memory keeping journal, you can brain dump, you can do anything you want to. You can section it off however you want to. A lot of people also use this as a place to bullet journal. So that's going to be the same for both vertical and horizontal options. So we also offer the compact version of the same exact planner for those of you who might not need all of that extra notes pages. So for the full year version, the thicker version, we have 368 pages of notes pages, and for the compact we only have 119 pages. So that is the difference. Everything in the front is going to be exactly the same, so you still have all the goodness that is common planner, but just with less notes pages in the back. And now we're on to the daily planner. These were new last year and they are returning this year in both B6 and A5 in tweed. but this year we're going to be bringing new colors for both of these, and that is going to be the Onyx color in B6 and A5, and both of these colors will come in either white edge or gold edge option, like you see here. So the daily planner is a little bit different from the common planner in that it doesn't have a weekly section, but it does have a day-to-day on one page layout in the back with a little bit of extra notes pages in the back. So this year we've also carried over a few subtle but meaningful changes for the 2025 planners. First, we added 3 new SKUs for the pocket, and that's going to be vertical full year, vertical compact, and also horizontal compact in the pocket size. We didn't have these last year. And for the horizontal compact, we've added the A6 size, the B6 size, and A5 size. For the A6, it's only available in mist. For B6 and A5, we have the mist option and also the fairy floss option. Another exciting change that we have implemented for 2026 is the timeline for A6 size. So it's going to go from 6 a.m. and ends at 8 p.m. And previously we had only 1 grid per hour, but now it's going to be 2 grids per hour. And something else that we've changed this year is actually, it's not a change, it's going back to a previous version. For the quarterly, we heard your feedback and we've changed back from the boxed in weekends to circled weekends, so that it's a little bit more subtle. So that's what it looks like. For the daily planner, we took in your feedback and have added in the yearly tracker for our daily planner. So this is going to be available for all of our daily planners now. And this is the same yearly tracker that's in our common planners. So now let's talk about what's new for 2026 because there is a lot. This year's launch includes more new SKUs than we've ever done before, and every change we have made came directly from the feedback you've shared with us over the past year and the years before that. We've added brand new planner formats, introduced new sizes, and brought in new paper options, each one designed to give you more flexibility and control over how you plan. Whether you're someone who wants everything in one book, prefers a slim and single layout, or loves experimenting with different inserts, there's something in this collection for you. This is truly the most customizable and versatile lineup we've ever offered. Now let's talk about more new things that are coming to the shop for 2026 lineup. First up is the daily planner. We're going to be introducing 2 brand new sizes for the daily planner, and that is going to be the pocket size and N1 size. These were hugely requested, so I'm really happy that we were able to make this happen, and they're going to come in the tweed color and with both gold edge option or the white edge option, as you can see. Another new thing that will be welcoming to our shop will be the A5 slim size. Again, this is also another one of those things that has been hugely requested by all of our customers, so we're super excited about this. This is going to come in the vertical full year, horizontal full year option for the common planner, and also the vertical compact as well as the horizontal compact. So the horizontal compact will come in the mist color, vertical compact will come in the forest, horizontal full year will be in onyx, and vertical full year will be in caramel. So these are the 4 layout options that we have for the A5 Sim common planner. And now let's talk about the grid size for A5 Slim. The grid size for this is going to be 3.7 millimeters by 3.9 millimeters, and they're going to be 50 grids vertically. And for the vertical columns in the weekly, we're going to have 29.5 millimeters, and that's going to be 1.2 inches in width. And that's going to be the same as B6 size vertical columns, and that also applies to the monthly squares. Next up is a core planner, a new format we're introducing for 2026. This one's for those of you who love the Sterling Ink planning system but want something a little bit more streamlined. It has the least number of blank pages in the back compared to our common planner in the full year and also compact. So if you don't need a full notebook section, this might be a better fit. The core planner also features a brand new paper we're testing this year, and that is the Cosmo Air Light 83 GSM. It is noticeably thicker than Tomar River paper, but still works beautifully with fountain pen and watercolor. We've heard from many of you that you wanted a thicker paper option, and this is our way of exploring that while still keeping everything you love about our layout intact. The core comes in the B6 vertical full year and also the A5 vertical full year format, and it's wrapped in a sleek Onyx black cover with a soft pebbled PU texture. Right now, we're offering this planner exclusively in the vertical layout and only in black, so we can see how the Cosmo Air paper does and how you feel about the overall format. It's simple, focused, and made for those who want the heart of the Sterling Ink system without the extra weight. For the first time ever, we're offering dated loose leaf inserts for 2026. If you love using ring-bound system, this is for you. These inserts are available in A5 and personal size, and they come with Cosmo Air paper, also in the 83 GSM. This has a slightly thicker feel than the Tomar River paper, but it's still fountain pen friendly, smooth, soft, and satisfying to write on. You can choose from 3 different formats for each size. We have the monthly, the weekly, and the daily for both A5 and personal size. For the monthly, it has all the good stuff in the front that is in the common planner. You have the yearly calendar for 2026. We have 2 blank pages for indexing. We have the yearly tracker, the quarterly sections. All of these will look very familiar to you because they're very similar to the common planner. And then we have 2 pages for the monthly. And the personal size has all of those layouts, but just designed slightly differently to accommodate the narrower paper size. So this is the quarterly section, and then this is the yearly tracker. So you can see that the design is a little bit different, but it's just as functional and very compact. So we have the monthly here. And now the weekly section, I have done a little bit of a different design for this, and it's called the Flex layout option. I wanted to experiment with a horizontal and vertical layout and just trying to make it even more flexible than what we currently carry in the common planner. So what we came up with is horizontal on the left and vertical on top, and you can easily ignore the timeline and write over them. They're designed specifically to be very, very minimal, so you can use them if you want to. You can ignore them if you want to write over them. So that is the A5 size weekly layout. And for the personal size, because of the narrow paper size, I've done something a little bit different. And this is more of a free weekly section with both horizontal and vertical potential, so you can use them however you want to. In this one, I didn't put in the timeline on the vertical lines because I didn't want it to look too cluttered on such a narrow size of paper. So instead, I just dropped some lines so you can still see the division, but you don't see the lines running all the way down, and you see the and then I put the timeline on the edge, so you can use them if you choose to. And you can just use this as a free space to write down notes for the week, or you can use the dates to write down specific daily to-dos. So that is the personal size weekly. And now moving on to the dailies, we have the A5 and personal size option, of course. So for the daily, we have a monthly overview in the front like this with the tabs, of course. And I want to mention that this is not year specific, so you can use this for any year. And that means we cover February 29th for leap year if you happen to use it during a leap year. The first page we have 1st through 31st, so you can use that as a tracker if you choose to. You can ignore it if you don't want to. Then we have 1 day per page. This is going to be the same as our daily planner layout for each day. And then we have the weekly weekday bar here, so you can circle which day you're on if you want to. I personally don't really care, and I just use it for the dates here. But if you do want to know which day it was, you can use that. Then it's just followed by 1 day per page. And depending on which month you're on and how many days there are for each month, you might end up with 2 blank grid pages like this, or you might end up with just 1 blank grid page. It just depends on which month you're on. So now that just goes the same for the entire year. And same thing goes for the personal size. So I'll show you what that would look like. So this is kind of the design right here. And one more thing I wanted to mention is that when we were designing this, I wanted to have our products be as functional for you guys as possible. So instead of just using a flimsy paper in the front or not using anything to use as a cover page, I decided to invest a little bit into a much thicker paper in the front with a design layout, not showing specific company information, to make it as clean as possible, so you can use this as a divider for your sections. You can easily just drop in a little tab on the side to use as a tab. So this is a dual functional item that we included for all of the inserts, and I personally really like this minimal design, and you can easily decorate the blank page or just leave it as is. And for the weekly and the monthly, we did drop in the year here, but for the daily, because it's not year specific, but in case you want to stamp in something pretty here, you can definitely use a year stamp here for whichever year you're using it for. One more thing about the design, these are white edged like I'm showing you here, but they also come in gold edged. So that is an option if you're someone who loves gold edge. Let's talk about something completely new for 2026, the Complete Planner. This is an all-in-one design that combines monthly, weekly, and daily pages, sequenced together in a way that flows naturally from one section to the next. If you've ever wanted something that had everything in one book without flipping between sections, this might be exactly what you've been waiting for. It's a hardcover planner with 2 satin ribbon bookmarks, a hidden elastic strap, and a back pocket for extra storage. Every page is numbered and is printed on the beloved Tomoe River paper, new Sanzen 52 GSM, so you still get that thin fountain pen friendly feel. For now, it's available in A5 and B6 vertical full year layouts only. We usually start new designs with vertical since it's the most requested, but if it does well this year, we'd love to explore horizontal formats in the future. The Complete Planner comes in 2 colors, a soft seashell pink and a deep charcoal gray, both with beautiful fabric textured hardcover. And this is actual fabric, it's not PU leather. We also created a new clear cover that fits it perfectly. So just in case you thought, hey, I don't want to get that pink planner dirty, we definitely thought of that. So here is a clear cover that is specifically designed for this planner. So you can see that it fits it perfectly, and it comes with a pen loop in the back that's hidden if you don't want to use it. And it has a notch for the hidden strap in the back, so you can still use it if you want to. So this is what it looks like when it comes over. So your planner is perfectly protected and the strap is hidden. So that's what it looks like. Inside the Complete Planner, you're going to find everything you expect from Sterling Ink. A 2026 calendar in the front. So let me get to it. The 2026 calendar vision board in the front can also be used for index page. And then you have the goal section, goal breakdown, the same as Common Planner. You have the yearly tracker. Then it's followed by all 4 quarters of the quarterly pages for easy planning, so you don't have to flip through the entire planner to do year at a glance planning for the quarters. Then after that, the monthly the weekly and the dailies will be bundled together. So let me show you a typical month. Starting from, actually I'll start from December just to give you a little bit more of a deeper look into what this planner looks like. So we have the December monthly, then is followed by 2 blank pages for monthly overview, or if you guys are doing trackers, special trackers, you can do that. Then is followed by the first week, which overlaps with December, that's why it's here. Then is followed by the December page, daily pages right after. And it will finish off on the 31st because that's the last day of December. And depends on which month it is, you might get 1 blank page or 2 blank pages. So here's a blank page for December. Then is followed by January monthly. So you see the January monthly here. Then you have 2 blank pages again. Then you have the weekly section. So the first week is here. It's it's duplicated, so you can either choose to use one or the other. It's up to you. Then it's followed by all the January dates from the 1st to the 4th. And then it's followed by 2 blank pages. Then we have the weekly for the next week. Then it's followed by 7 daily pages. Then it's followed by 1 blank. Then it continues on for the entire year, all the way to December, of course. What's really cool about this planner is that every single page has a page number. So it's very easy to index if you want to index this planner. And this is going to have 672 pages in total. There are not that many blank pages in the back. This is just really for really high level things you want to keep track of at the end of the planner. At the end of the planner, we have a pocket here. So you can place some stickers or memory keeping items in there if you want. And the hidden strap can be hidden, or you can cut it off. If you don't use straps, that's okay, and it's not going to affect how it looks on the back. So I thought this was a really fun design, and that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful hardcover. I know there were so many requests for hardcover versions, so we wanted to try that out with this really thick planner. So that's what it looks like on the side, and as usual, it comes in both white edge and gold edge options. So now I know a lot of you might be questioning, can you compare these colors to some of our existing colors so you can get a better idea of what this pink looks like and what this charcoal looks like? Here's our fairy floss. So you can see that these two are very close to each other. Obviously, this is very, very smooth because it's PU leather, and this one is made of real textile. It's very, it does feel like fabric. Very fine fabric with minimal texture. So that's what that looks like. And I wanted to compare our charcoal with our black PU as well as the tweed. So you can see that this is tweed, this is the Onyx PU leather, this is also PU, and this is our new charcoal. So you can see that it's somewhere in between these two colors. The texture is similar to the pink. It's just fabric. It's not, I don't think it's very bumpy. It feels the same as any sort of fabric, I would say. I'm wearing cotton, so that may be a little bit different texture, but it just feels like linen texture to me. So again, these are real fabric. They're not PU leather. So I just wanted to show you the color comparison there. For 2026, we're expanding our booklet lineup to include all 10 sizes. So whether you are a B5 kind of person or you love working with passport size, we've got you covered. That means you can now find our monthly and notebook booklets in B5, A5, A5 Slim, which is brand new this year, M1, B6, B6 Slim, N2, A6, Pocket, and Passport. The horizontal and vertical weekly booklets will be available for N1 and passport sizes. So this is going to come in the 2-part bundle for the horizontal and also the vertical option for N1. For the passport, we're going to have horizontal and vertical option as well, and they're going to be split into half years. And they're also available in the notebook format, which is just blank pages, blank grid pages. They will come in all of the 10 sizes that I've shown you, and the color option for that will be the caramel and onyx. These booklets are perfect if you like planning in sections or want to keep a lightweight notebook for specific topics, journaling, or capturing ideas on the go. Or for those of you who just need monthly planning with a big notebook, you can combine these with another notebook. That way, you don't have to stick to the same planner for the whole year if you want to change up your system. This just makes it super flexible for those of you who have different needs. They're still printed on Tomoe River paper, New Sanzen 52 GSM. So if you're already a fan, you'll get that same smooth writing experience in any size you choose. Big or small, there's something here to fit the way you think and plan. So why choose Sterling Ink for 2026? What makes this year's collection special? More than anything is the level of customization, as you can see here. Whether you love the classic common planner with lots of blank pages, want everything in one place with the new complete planner, or prefer the minimalist feel of the core planner, there's truly something for every kind of planner in us. We also introduced 2 premium paper options, our beloved Tomoe River paper and the new Cosmo Air paper. So if you're particular about your writing experience or your pens, you can now choose the feel and thickness that's right for you. Even with all these new choices, the heart of the Sterling Ink system stays the same. That means your yearly calendar, goal breakdown, tracker, quarterly pages, they're all right where you expect them. Everything flows together no matter what format you choose. And of course, each planner is made with thoughtful designs, high quality materials, and the kind of craftsmanship that supports your planning year after year. Because analog planning isn't just about staying organized, it's about making space for the life you want to live. All right, now for the part you've all been waiting for, how to actually get your hands on the 2026 planners. Mark your calendars. We're doing things a little bit differently this year. There will be no pre-orders and no multiple launch dates. Everything is launching all at once on Friday, September 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's New York time. So you just have to search that on Google. Shipping information is as follows. We've worked hard to make sure shipping is accessible and reliable around the world, not just in the USA. So for our US customers, it's free shipping for all US orders over $35 US. And for our friends in Canada, it's going to be $6 flat rate for Canadian customers on orders over $35 USD. And I just want to mention that it is the US dollars, it's not Canadian dollars. For the rest of the world, it's going to be $8 flat rate. And this also applies to orders that's over $35 US. So for those other countries that also use dollars, you just make sure that you understand this is for US dollars only. Every package includes tracking, and this is the same shipping rate we've had since almost day one, just because we really wanted to make our products accessible to everyone around the world, because there are a lot of us that love planning. So I wanted to make it as easy as possible for all of you. And if you're in the UK or EU, we collect VAT on your behalf. So you're going to see something that says tax at the end when you're checking out. And that just means that we are collecting VAT on your behalf, and we are legally required to by your countries. So that's why we do it. And this makes things smoother and faster for you when your order arrives as well. Because we're a small team, even though we're launching a lot of items, we, believe it or not, we are very small. Actually, all of these planners, I like literally typed in all the numbers on every page and designed every page. So like, even though we're pushing out a lot of planners, please understand that we are still a very, very small team, and we are expecting a lot more orders than our regular day-to-day operations, especially on launch day, which is September 5th. And please note the orders may take up to 4 to 6 weeks to ship just because of the nature of planner season and everyone getting super excited for 2026. So we'll be posting regular updates via our banner on our website on the very top to keep you informed about what day range orders we're currently processing, just so you can get a better idea of like where we are at with our fulfillment process. One last note is that if you're thinking of grabbing stickers, we recommend placing a separate order, maybe later or earlier, because adding stickers will delay your orders because the stickers do take longer to pick and there's a queue, so that does slow down your order. So if you want your order quickly, then please prevent from ordering stickers for now for this round. By the way, we're also working on our loyalty program, so hopefully we'll get it up in time for the launch so you can start collecting those points. All right, that's the full 2026 lineup, and I truly hope that you saw something that speaks to your planning style or the season of life you are in. We are genuinely so excited to share the 2026 collection with you. This is our most expansive and thoughtful release yet, with every detail shaped by your feedback and the way you actually plan and live. At Sterling Inc., we believe that planning and journaling are deeply personal. It's not just about staying organized, it's about building a space where your ideas, memories, intentions have room to grow. We're honored to create tools that can evolve alongside you. To get reminders, sneak peeks, and more in-depth walkthroughs of the new planners, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and join the Facebook group if you haven't already. There are a lot of people sharing really inspirational ways of using their planners, especially in our Facebook groups, also Instagram. So I would highly suggest that you join those if you want. And for quick access to everything, color charts, size comparisons, and also planner details, you can find it all on our brand new website. There's a lot of really good information on our website, so be sure to check it out. We actually did a huge website revamp, so that is going to be much easier for you to shop and have a better experience. Don't miss out on these incredible planners. Head to our website on launch day. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see how you make the 2026 planners your own.